And suddenly the cook is on fire.
Apple was way too hot in his skin. Apple was way too hot in his skin.
Put the chicken in the basket. Chicken in the basket.
Hey everybody, thank you for coming in. Oh, look at this. I have more people than what I thought I was going to have. Thank you so much. I didn't get a chance to add Down Home Living to the membership list. So thank you so much, aka Zombie Prepper. He changed his name. So thank you so much for continuing to be a member. I really appreciate it. Oh my gosh, let me go to the top. Moon is here. Dennis is here. Hi, Dennis. Have you done videos for the carrot challenge yet, Dennis? Because if so, I want to see it because I haven't looked yet. So you might have. We'll see. Hey, Garden Say Gardner's here, and he's also on panel. Wickeshire. Thank you for being here. Star Skinner Farms. I don't know if I already said that, Josh. Sorry, my brain is going a million miles a minute. Let's try gardening. Thank you so much. Old Ways. I love you, Old Ways. Thank you for coming in. And let's see. Matt J. Oh my God. Long time no see, Matt J. Juju B. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Yeah, that's cool. Thank you guys for coming in and hanging out. Yeah, I love you, Old Ways. I can just feel that woman's soul. Like, she is such a good woman. I love her. Absolutely love her. And look at this. We got the Marshmallow Man on panel. Hello, Marshmallow Man.
Hey, how's it going?
Thanks for coming up. I appreciate you. By the way, let's give it up for Garden State Gardener. We had Matt Power on earlier, and that was a really, really interesting interview. It made me think of soil like so differently. It kind of blew my mind a little bit. So I was really, really like into what he was talking about. So it was really interesting to me.
Yeah, it was amazing. I'm so happy he came on. I put stuff out there not expecting it sometimes. And he was like, yeah, I'll do it. And I'm like, really? Because it's somebody that you talk to in the past, but not in that kind of way, to come on your channel to an interview. And
yeah,
I was like, wow, that's so freaking awesome. And I knew what he was going to talk about. Nobody was going to have a clue.
Yeah.
And so I was like, how do I generate that? And he kept on going and going and going. And it was like, just let him go.
Yeah. It's hard because I really wanted him to continue with what he was saying, but I also wanted to ask questions. That's why I was like, I kind of had to interrupt him a couple of times because I'm like, dude, I want my questions answered.
I had 5 pages of questions. 5
Yeah.
pages. I got one answer.
That's okay, Joe, because when you interview people, it's better to be over prepared than under prepared. So you did, it was awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, that guy was like amazing, blew my mind on several levels. And yeah. Hey,
how's it going?
what's up, Moon?
How's everybody today?
But yeah, I just couldn't believe, I didn't ever think of soil on that level before. Your soil is alive. And you don't think of it like that, you know? And so
It's alive.
yeah, there's all these microorganisms. I mean, really, honestly, that's as far as
Those
it
bugs and you know, the ones that you're trying to kill.
It's all about the fungi, Moon. It's all about the fungi.
Yeah. So yeah, it just kind of, the guy blew my mind a little bit as far as that's concerned, because I was just like,
Earthworms.
yeah.
You know.
And he started talking about protons. I love science. So I was like, oh, protons. I know what those are. Like, not protons. So protons. I don't know. But anyway.
The science guy?
Yeah.
Hey,
I was just like, my mind was blown. So
when a guy's written books that's being used in colleges, you know, that shows you right there. You're like, whoa, this is a step ahead here.
yeah.
You know?
I also was kind of like the stuff with his wife kind of like, it kind of hit home a little bit because my dad had cancer. So I was just like, it was just so like, it took everything I could to like not cry during the interview because I wanted to. I just think that's so sad. And it kind of ticked me off the way he was talking about how the doctors were treating him. I was like, that you hear so much of, like doctors being not having good bedside manner. Like, there's no way a doctor should have went to him and said, by the way, tell your wife she has cancer. Like,
who does that?
Who does that? And I would want a doctor explaining it to me, like on a scientific level, giving me inspiration, figuring out how I'm going to beat it. Like, I mean, it'd be great to hear from a loved one, but I'd rather hear from a professional. Like, I don't know. I just thought that was horrible.
You want that doctor from the show, the one that saves everybody.
Yeah.
And again, you're talking about some guy he's on a Rachel Ray show playing music.
Yeah.
His mom is out there all over the place in New York, you know?
Yeah.
It's not a nobody.
It's so funny that he said that because I just watched a show with Rachel Ray. She like remodeled or rebuilt a house in Italy. She had been saving money for like years to build a villa. And she turned in one of the barns into one of her houses. And she has a music room, piano set up for her husband. And when he said that he played bass in Rachel Ray's husband's band, I was like, I know what you're talking about because I just watched that show. It was great. I was like, oh, okay. That's kind of cool.
And he came onto the show for like 6 minutes before it's supposed to start. So we usually start about 15, 20 minutes ahead. I'm like, oh, he's not here yet. He's going to show, you know? Yeah. But that's where we ask a lot of questions to see what we're going to talk about, you know? And it was like, oh, I guess we'll just move forward. It was good. Thank you, Courtney. Cool, thank you so much for coming on, Courtney. I really appreciate it.
Oh, yeah. I love it. I love doing interviews. And like I said, I stopped doing them because I was getting people like I wanted to interview so bad and then they just flake out. I don't like that. I don't take that very well. I just don't. If you're not going to show up, just let me know or tell me that you weren't interested to begin with.
I mean, you can understand if it's an emergency, but if
yeah. So I was just getting people that would flake out So, hey, and Garrett, thanks for coming in.
And with him, he had Crohn's. He has Crohn's. Mm-hmm. So with Courtney's situation, it's kind of sort of related in a way, not related, but it's sort of related. It's like, wow, we could talk an hour just with his Crohn's.
Yeah.
We didn't even touch that.
I wondered if he was drinking kombucha or something like that because it looked like that. Mm-hmm. Makes me wonder if I should start doing that. I just can't stand the vinegar taste.
Mhm.
I know it's so good for your gut though, but oh yeah, I can't imagine having Crohn's. That would be like IBS on 1,000. Like, I can't even imagine. But yes, I agree with you. Old ways, doctors are not like they used to be.
They're not even there now.
It seems like it, yeah.
They're a video only.
Well, a lot of the doctors are telling their kids now not to become a doctor because it's not worth it. I know that from doing medical billing and talking to doctors all the time. They're telling generations of family members, they're telling their kids not to become a doctor. Imagine
It's
that.
so expensive to become one.
It's not
Also.
even that. It's because it's all a bull crap they have to go through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's sad. It's sad. Your best doctors that are right there are coming for our next generation. We have to get them from another country.
Yeah.
That's not right.
Well, our both hospitals here in our area were bankrupt. They were gonna close up. Now another company came in and bought them now, so they're gonna take over.
And Moon, I have no idea how that happens. My son's hospital bill was $34 million. $34 million for staying 45 days in a hospital. Again, everything was taken care of.
Yeah.
The doctors are getting paid half of what they used to.
Yeah.
Where the
Well,
hell is all
the
this other money?
insurance companies, you know what they do, like they get the bill and it says a certain amount and they go, no. You ain't gonna charge this. This is what you're gonna charge.
Yeah, it gets written off.
Because the prices too are like outrageous. I mean, come on. I only wanted one pill. I didn't want to buy the whole bottle.
Yeah.
For years, Medi-Cal, because I remember, because I worked at a hospital too, security, but then you would hear, Medi-Cal was getting billed, they would just put an amount. They wouldn't even tell you what they're being charged for. And Medi-Cal was, paying until they said, you know what? No, we want an itemized bill. We want to know exactly what you're charging us. And now now we can't do what we used to do, is steal, money basically from the insurance companies.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Juliana, you're so right. Soil is alive, dirt is dead and lifeless. So true.
Garrett, that's so cool that you just saw Bailey Zimmerman with his +1. Then she wanted to see Lainey Wilson after, so we did for the event Stagecoach. That's really cool. I would like to see both of them. That'd be kind of cool. I really like Lainey Wilson. She has like a different country feel, so that's pretty cool. Oh, you saw Kane Brown yesterday? That's cool. Yeah, he has a really good voice. That's really cool. Yeah, I wouldn't want to know what your bill is either, Old Ways. Like, I can just imagine. Yeah. So let's try gardening. Did you get deleted? What got deleted? Nothing got deleted. Unless it was YouTube. Sometimes YouTube
it's like my
handpicks.
wife. She was in the hospital for 3 days, and the bill was like, I think, 50,000, 60,000.
Yeah, and then at that point, insurance companies don't pay it.
Yeah.
So what do you do? Like,
Well, luckily she had both two insurance companies, so it went first to one and then went to the other. That's the way you have to kind of do it, because if not, there's no way.
yeah,
And that's only that. And then the thing is, that was only the hospital bill. Now you still have the doctor bills, the anesthesias, any X-ray guy, that's extra. That's what people don't understand. Everything's separate now. And then all of a sudden you get a bill. It's like, yeah, this is the X-ray guy. The one that read the X-rays.
my insurance when I was pregnant was a catastrophe. Like, I had my baby, and by January 1st, we had almost everything paid off. And then because of my doctor messing something up, I had to go into the hospital for an emergency D&C. So when I went in, I had to stay the night. I get my bill, or we paid on it or something. We paid it. Then like 6 months later, we get a phone call, or no, I get a bill in the mail for $20,000 6 months later. And I'm like, we paid this. What's going on? So I called the insurance company. Actually, I called the doctors first, and they told me my insurance company wasn't paying it.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, well,
Yep.
that's crappy. I'm like, I know I was still on the insurance. And
Yeah, they can deny it. It
yeah.
says it right
6
on
months
there.
later, I had a $20,000 bill. I had to get a lawyer because I had a letter from the insurance company saying when I was covered. And so they were trying to tell me that letter
Yeah.
didn't matter, but
Yeah.
it was a letterhead, like statement from the insurance company. You can't go back on that word.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
So they ended up having to pay it. And then they gave
Yeah.
us money on top of it because we
Yeah.
overpaid.
Hmm.
But I was furious. And then, on top of that, I have like hormones and everything else that I was going through. So I was a like pregnancy disaster. I was like, I
Yeah.
was so enraged. I was so angry.
Oh,
I
yeah.
felt so bad for the bill collector on the phone when I called her.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was just like, how can you do this to people? I was just
Yeah.
furious. Hello, Chris Wyatt. Thank you for coming in.
Yeah, I
Hey,
remember
Chris, how
my
you doing, buddy?
son. Yeah, I remember my son. He swallowed a coin, and it was stuck. So they took him to the hospital here. They wanted to cut him open, and no, got to take him to Children's Hospital. They have the tools over there. So they had an ambulance here, take him to the airport, from the airport to the other airport where they took him, and then another ambulance from there to that hospital. So just that, the ambulance was like 10,000
Yeah.
just for that, and then you still have to pay the hospital here for what they didn't do nothing. And then you got to pay the other hospital for the anesthesiast, the doctor, and it was all an emergency. So, luckily I didn't pay anything because it was all insurance. But yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's nuts.
And it's for an ambulance ride.
Yeah, the helicopter couldn't fly him, so he had to be an airplane. So there was ambulance, and then the airplane separate. So yeah, it's like $10,000 because of the the bill and everything.
Oh, well, thank you. Let's try gardening. Like, I don't need help with my bills right now.
Like
Like, that thing, like, I'm just grateful that $20,000 bill went away because I was going to go after my employer because what they did is they pulled my insurance. So I was going to go after them. Like, I lawyered up, but
Yeah.
eventually then COVID happened. And everything just got completely slowed down. Our bill just disappeared.
Yeah.
Thank God.
my dad always told me, because he's an American citizen now, he's dual citizenship, and he had his shoulder and his hip replaced, and he always told me that about the American medical care and how, I don't want to say it, you pay for what you get.
Yeah.
He always said,
Yes.
and
it's not getting any better.
It just doesn't cost. He said, because these are full shoulder replacement and hip replacement, right?
Yeah.
You just don't get a heart transplant or something and it's $500,000 and you have another heart attack, right? They do it for a reason, right? You know what I mean? Because they want, here in Canada, you can't just go get a hip replacement or a shoulder replacement at my age, right? Or even
they won't do
he
it.
was at.
Yeah,
They say
same
you're
thing
too
in the
young.
UK. Same
They'll
thing in the UK.
Give them $50,000, $60,000, and get a new joint, and I've heard stories about that, and then but $10,000 for an ambulance ride or $50 for a pill,
There's a guy in the UK. His name is his channel is UK Medic. He's a paramedic in the UK. He's had a problem with his a hernia, and he was getting like acid reflux, and stuff. and he went. It's just like Canada. They have that medical where you have to go in and check. He kept going in. They kept saying, "Well, we're going to call you. We're going to call you," and then he finally said, "They said, well, yeah, you can get operated, but these are the hospitals that you need to check." He checked one. They could get it to him maybe in a year or two. Another one, I forget how many months before he can get seen. He finally this what was it, about a week ago, he was at work, and all of a sudden he collapsed at work, and blood coming out of his mouth. Luckily, it's at work. There's ambulances there. They rushed him to the hospital. Then he was in the intensive care, you know, and guess what? He got what he needed for 5 years. He's been needing this, but they've been, oh, no, it's not. You're not going to die. Well, he almost died from rupturing, the hernia that he had. So they fixed it. Now he's at home recuperating, but he's all like, yeah, he goes, it's crazy. He even had a video he put on his channel where he's talking to the people. Well, what, am I going to see a doctor? Oh, well, the nurse is going to call you. No, I want a doctor to call me, and they would just send him home. And he goes, I never get any help. It's like, and they call it for free care. Yeah. Out of your paycheck, they take it. It's not free.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, hold on one second. Waiting to see what they are going to charge for the life flight. Oh my God. I'll pray for your old ways, seriously, because I can't even imagine what they're going to charge you for a life flight. Like, that would give me so much anxiety.
Talking about that, we have the helicopter company here for the hospital. They have a thing that you can donate, like a certain amount every month, and basically, if you ever need them, you get a free ride.
Yeah, they had that when I lived in Kentucky too.
Yeah,
because in Kentucky there's so many rural areas, like people living in the sticks. Like you can't necessarily get an ambulance out there, so they would do MetLife or whatever.
Yeah.
And you would pay like $40 a month to be a member. And so if you needed it, then they could come and get you. And
it's free.
Yeah.
Free flight.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, okay.
Yeah, just where I live, it's about an hour and a half for the ambulance to show up at my place. I might be exaggerating a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's about an hour for the ambulance to get to my place and get my butt to the hospital.
Yeah.
And I live in the middle of a farmer's field, pretty much.
Well, here, whenever they have like a bad accident, like a really bad trauma, they would fly them out. Because when I used to work at the hospital, the helicopter would come land on the roof and they'd fly them out. And it's, by car, it's about 2 hours away, but, it's a 30-minute flight still.
Yeah, we got the same thing. We got the helicopters just in case, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
wow.
Like, say I get into a car accident, okay, fine, I make it to the hospital, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the hospital, being in a little hick town, may not have the equipment to do what they need to do to me, so they'll fly me out to, say, Toronto or somewhere that can, right? It's 2 hours, 3 hours.
And that depends on the weather too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because if that's the thing, sometimes the weather, that's why they'll do an airplane, because an airplane can fly in worse kind of weather than a helicopter, and then the helicopter, and then also the airplane, they have to have your correct weight. Because I remember my wife having to fly, she ended up flying with my son in the airplane with him. And they asked her, well, how much do you weigh? And she's all like, well, and they goes, it's very important because we will die if you don't tell us it's not you. It's, because they have to compensate for every weight and okay, we're going to put you over there because it's a little small airplane. That's what happens. You put too much weight and you think it's less. Guess what? You ain't going to get over the mountains.
Jujubee, yeah, my mom needs a knee replacement, but she refuses to get one. She's 73.
Yeah, I mean it's unless
So
she's like excruciating pain every day. It's
she is in pain. She gets those shots, cortisone shots.
cortisone.
And they last her for like 6 months.
Yeah.
Doctor said she can only have so many per year, so she makes them stretch.
Yeah.
But yeah, she gets those in her leg or whatever. But
my mother-in-law, she had both I think it was knee replacements, and those were she was like in her 60s, I think, and she was okay. But then sometimes the hip replacement that's more worse.
My sister-in-law, get this shit. This is hilarious. It's hilarious to me. My brother and my sister-in-law are very sportsy, workout people. Like, I wouldn't call them health fanatics.
Yeah.
But my brother, he's a nurse and he just, whatever. So they were doing, I don't know what it was. It was some kind of challenge, I think, where you're running, you're in the mud and one of those things. Well, she tore her knee ligament. What is that called?
Yeah. It's the not ACL, but
it's her ACL. She
her ACL.
Yeah. She completely screwed herself up. Well, they don't have insurance because my brother is a nurse and they're really super healthy. They never go to the doctor. But anyway, he's like, I'm a nurse. And he's like, I'm not paying for healthcare. Cause he understands the system, it's like,
well, I guess he didn't understand it that great.
Anyway, she went to the doctor and they were going to put a cadaver one in her.
Oh yeah.
She wouldn't get it done. So right now she is young. She's she's not even 40 yet and doesn't have her leg fixed.
So she didn't do it?
No.
Why?
It healed and she can walk.
Oh yeah, you can. If it didn't completely detach.
It did. So by the time she's like 80, she's not going to be able to walk.
Yeah.
Because she didn't get her knee fixed when she was like 40. But they kept telling her that there's no options because once you tear that and it's gone, like after 40, there's no options. They won't operate on it.
Yeah.
So she
unless you're an athlete,
yeah,
and have the money.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like I couldn't believe that she wouldn't get that surgery, but she would have to be out of work for months. She didn't want to do that.
Hey, she wasn't seeing the right doctor. The athlete's only out for a couple of weeks.
Yeah. I can't remember, but it was like months that she would have had to been 6 weeks or something. She would have had to been out.
Yeah. It probably would have been 2 or 3 months.
You got to see how banged up Julianne is. She's been telling me the last couple months. I mean, the stuff that she's been through, it's like, oh man, her whole body has to be like wrapped in ice.
Oh.
She showed me her foot one time, and she runs, she does stuff. Her husband's in the military. She has kids. You know how it is. You got to do what you got to do all the time. But her body's what she gets through. It's she's wounded. I mean, she's banged up.
Yeah, that's just wow. Just pray that I stay healthy, and I take vitamins every day. Every day. I seriously take handfuls of vitamins every day. I try to stay as healthy as I possibly can. The pressure canner she got is a 21.5 quart in excellent condition. Well, that's awesome.
Garlic is a very good thing to eat all the time too.
Yes.
So Courtney, so I started my carrots last week, right? In that garbage bin. Well, it rained 5 out of the 7 days. The good thing is I have cardboard on top of it, so it never got drenched. There's no puddles. There's no nothing, so which is really good. So I did the soil correctly. The thing is when do I lift up the cardboard? Do I lift it up tomorrow after it stops raining? Should I leave it there until I see sprouts?
I would lift it up every couple days and just take a look, see if there's anything there. And then if it's not, then just leave it there until you see sprouts. Now, once you see sprouts, you have to lift it off so the sunlight can hit it.
Yeah, this I was debating because it's so drenched. I mean, it has to be.
Yeah.
We had 4 inches, maybe 5 inches of rain, whatever. It's somewhere's around there.
Yeah,
It
it
has
should
to
be
be-
okay.
Yeah, even if I lift it up and get some air in there, I think it'd still be fine because it's been over a week and a half or something like that.
Yeah. Well, people usually use a piece of wood
Right.
and they like lift up the wood every couple days, take a look underneath there. And if there's no sprouts, they put the wood back on there. But if you start to see sprouts or whatever, then you definitely want to take that off because you'll kill them
Okay.
because they need the sunlight.
Right. I just couldn't find a piece of wood that would fit that all in circles.
Well, for me, I don't want to waste the wood either. That's
Right.
another thing. I'm like, right now, wood cost is ridiculous. So I think I had like a couple like bookshelves that I used to put over
Here in
top.
California, they even charge you an extra fee. It's like, what the heck? I bought a piece of wood and I'm like, what's this fee? Oh, that's just an extra tax fee of something. I'm like, whoa, I'm not recycling anything. It's like
Overtaxing kills. I don't care what anybody says.
I got my
Look at
dream
this and
plant
that.
and I have a dwarf banana tree for an entire Mother's Day gift. For early, gosh, I can't read. Early Mother's Day gift. That's really cool. I had pink banana seeds and I sent them to someone else because I don't have a window here that I could put them in, and my greenhouse is not a greenhouse, it's a hot house. I don't keep it warm all winter long. Like I can't afford to do that. So yeah. So I gave my seeds to somebody else, but I thought pink bananas were so cool. I'm only here for 3 years. Give me 3-foot tall pup to start with. That's cool. We'll try to get my carrot video out next week. Okay, well, that's cool. The cutoff date for that is August 1st. So you have to have all your measurements and everything in your length and your weight in by August 1st. And then I'll probably do a live with the prizes and stuff. I'll get that figured out.
I'll see what store has some carrots and stuff.
I'll be able to tell if it's a store-bought carrot there, Moon.
How?
Hey, if you win a contest, you get 10 packs of seeds from M.I. Gardner.
There you go. I love M.I. Gardner. I also okay, hold on. I'm missing the chat because that was a whole okay, hold on. Reason why we pick off the first flower. You want leaf growth first, then fruit. Fruit seeds leaves support to feed the fruit and growing. This flower always gets removed. Why limit flowers? Bigger fruit. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, so you are supposed to do that. And like my husband will do that with pepper plants too. Also, watermelon are a heavy feeder. Good compost and nitrogen. Yeah. We'll have to do that as well. I'm going to put my watermelon in. We expanded the side almost all the way to the greenhouse. It is all the way to the greenhouse now. So I'm going to put watermelon there. And I bought this squash. It's supposed to be like 40 pounds. So I'm excited to see how much weight I'm going to bring in this year. I can grow carrots all day. Can't grow radishes for anything. What the hell? Yeah. Let's try gardening. Radishes are simple. You just throw them and they grow. Carrots for me now, on the other hand, they have not popped up at all. Like I'm a little nervous, but we'll see.
I don't know. My grandmother used to just throw the watermelon seeds on the ground. She wouldn't even, and later on we had watermelons.
That's awesome.
We used to eat watermelons and we just dump them in the dirt, let them dry out, and then after a while, we started seeing watermelon. Oh, geez, we got watermelons now.
Nice.
They started growing.
You gotta watch out if you give your pigs tomatoes, because in a poop pile it might be a tomato plant in a couple months.
Yeah, really. I have hydroponic lettuce 1.5 weeks now and barely anything. I'm beginning to think I have old seeds. Yeah, you really have to watch. I think lettuce seeds are the ones that go bad really quickly for some reason. I can't really remember. Yeah. I have problems with my carrots. I don't know why. I honestly think it's the soil. I think I need more sand in my soil, but I don't know. The Johnny Seeds, I mean, they're a reputable company. That's where I got mine from. So
We have deserts here, and they grow a lot of carrots around here.
yeah.
They even have a carrot festival.
Oh, do they really? That's cool.
Yeah, in one of the towns. Yeah.
Yeah, I love carrots.
I
It's like one of
remember
my favorite vegetables.
up north, they had one town. They had artichokes, and the other one had I think it had cauliflower.
There is one artichoke that we can grow here, and I can't remember the name of it, but it's a Baker Creek variety. It's a different type of artichoke, but you can grow here, and I can't remember which one it was, if they still have it. I know they had it like a couple years ago. Maybe green globe. I don't know what that is. Lettuce. I don't know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
and then I used to live in Gilroy, the garlic capital of the world.
Oh yeah, I love garlic too. So
Yeah,
good.
they had that factory over there. As soon as you're driving into the town, it's smell nothing but garlic.
Oh, you had watermelons growing everywhere. Radishes need fine, loose soil, zero weeds, no rocks, and yeah, all my radishes have popped up. You can see them. I did a video, and it's out already. So check out the video because I planted my cranberries, and that video was pretty awesome. I did some other videos. I'm not sure if I want to release them yet. I know one is like us mushroom hunting in the woods. So there's like some other stuff going on. I don't know if I want to release it yet though. But yeah, the cranberries, they had roots on them. We put them in the ground yesterday, the day before yesterday, whatever. And they're doing really, really good. So hopefully I will get some cranberries in the next few years.
You know what's so funny is when you go to a nursery and they're selling radishes, and the radish is already popping up. You see the radish. I'm like, I can't believe you're freaking still growing radishes in these things. The radish is already like 2 weeks to being ready, and you're freaking trying to sell.
Right. Yeah, you don't even want to transplant them at that point. Like,
Yeah. Like, what are you thinking?
hey, Duncan, what's up, girl? The Happy Gardener, what's up? Thanks for coming in. I've struggled with care termination in the past. I found that the best thing to do is to keep them moist using some sort of removable mulch like a board or strips of plywood. Yeah. I've done that in the past. I don't know why I didn't do it this year. But yeah, I've done that in the past. How about a single head of lettuce or cabbage from Bonnie or is $6 now? Yeah, I'll just grow my own. I don't need Bonnie's. Also on radishes, they do not like being planted too close to each other. Yeah, that's the problem too. Because those seeds are so small. You really want to try and plant them as, a little bit far apart from each other, but it's really hard because like
I think they say like 6 inches, I think, apart.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
but like,
I one time got a packet and I read it at 6 inches apart.
The seeds are so small that it's really hard to sprinkle them on there. Stupid speak to text got me again. It's okay, Happy Gardener. By the way, I think the Happy Gardener, this is the first time I've seen you in here, so thank you so much for coming in and subscribing. I appreciate it. And everyone else, Jujubee, thank you for being here as well. I know you go to Joe's all the time, so thank you.
Yeah, that speak text always messes up.
Yeah, always. I try to start all my own stuff. I don't want to. The whole point of me starting my garden and being self-sufficient is so I don't have to buy plants. Now, I'm not saying that I'm not going to buy plants because I am such a plant person. Like if I go out and I see something that I really like, I may buy it. And my one thing that I bought last year that I'm probably going to regret this year is pineapple mint. Right now it's spread all over my herb bed, but I'm going to pot some of it up, maybe sell some of it. But yeah, it's all over my bed. But I can't help the plant thing. I can't. I love plants. And if I see something that I haven't had before, or, you know, it intrigues me. Like those cranberries, I totally got them off of Etsy and I started them myself. I've never had cranberries before. I think that is so cool. I'm going to try and baby them and see if I get cranberries. Like, you know, the bush it's the American cranberry bush. So it's going to get huge. So
But do those have to be like in the commercial? They got to be flooded.
Well, they are in a flooded area. That's why my corner of my yard gets really, really wet. And if you watch the video, you'll see like we literally planted the cranberries in water. So
I
I'm
seen
hoping
those guys in the commercial, like the ocean cranberries.
Yeah,
like in the water, kind of.
I'm just excited to see them do. Oh, by the way, I also transplanted some ramps as well. And there was a woman, I think on Facebook, that was selling ramps. They were like $8 a pound, and you could buy them to eat or buy them to transplant. So I wanted to buy some from her, but my ramps are multiplying. I put them in the water area of our yard, and they're just going crazy. And I'm so excited to have ramps. It's so cool.
Hey, Diggs.
Yeah, they're not in boggy soil. You'll have to watch the video. That area does dry out, but right now it's pretty wet because of the rain that we've had over the past few days. Okay, let me see who came in. Gears in here. Thank you so much for coming in. And somebody said boo. I think that's Diggs. Thank you for coming in, Diggs. Appreciate you and supporting the channel. I really appreciate you guys. Oh, they do? They grow cranberries up there too? That's cool. Yes, Jersey girl here. They float, so cranberries up here. Oh, whoa. It's easy to float and then collect. Yeah, that's what they do. Mint is easy to control. Yeah, you just have to pull it out or whatever. Maybe. We'll see. But mine, I put it in my herb bed, and I probably shouldn't have did that. By the way, I put valerian root in my one herb bed as well, and that was a huge regretful decision. Because now I have valerian root everywhere, all over the place, popping up, including in my other beds. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want bald spots. I just don't want it to take over because I have thyme and lovage in there as well, and oregano and lemon balm around it, and I don't want it to like just smoke them out. Jimmy Pickles! Aw, hi Jimmy Pickles.
Hey, Jimmy.
How you doing,
Hey,
Pickle
Jimmy.
Man?
Pickle power.
Pickle power.
So when are the weed plants going in?
Not anytime soon.
Hey,
That's when you throw them into your neighbor's yard. Don't let them know.
hey, my grandmother used to put it in the alcohol bottle.
Really?
The weed.
Yeah.
Marijuana.
I'm in Ohio, so it's illegal here.
Not illegal over there.
Yeah. And I thought about it because it is a challenging plant. But I want to do it legally, so I'm gonna wait.
So you live where? In Ohio?
Huh?
In Ohio, you said?
Yeah, I'm in Ohio and it's not legal.
Oh yeah, I was thinking. I was thinking Oklahoma. Yeah, I know in Oklahoma they allow.
Yeah, in Oklahoma you can. Yeah, for sure.
You can't do it in New Jersey either.
Yeah. Which kind of sucks. I think people should for medicinal purposes for sure. But
I always say the world will be a happier place if everybody can smoke a little bit of weed.
yeah, and unfortunately, well, I'm not into that. I'm just not. But I am into plants. So I would love to test my planting ability and see if I could get it to grow. Because they say it is a challenging plant.
Well, there's so many different ones.
Yeah.
You hear all these different strains.
Have you ever
Yeah.
grown a toothache plant?
What? Grown what?
The toothache plant? The toothache?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I actually dried it and I have it in a jar. By the way, it's very different. When you put it, it tastes like lemon. It almost tastes like a lemon drop.
Huh.
And then 2 seconds later, your mouth is numb.
Wow.
Yeah.
How long does that last?
Not very long. Not very long. I would say maybe a minute.
So it's a waste of doing a plant.
Yeah,
So
they're also called buzz buttons.
Oh, okay.
But it's neat. And you know what? There for a while, I don't know who thought of this idea, but they were making like an alcoholic beverage and they were putting the buzz button on top of it. So you get like a little, you drink your drink and you get like a little mouth numbing
You get a
something or
buzz.
another. Yeah.
You get a buzz.
Yeah, I don't do dope, guys. That's not my thing. I'm good.
I don't do it either.
I don't need to in my life. It's all good. By the way, mint is easy. Old Way says that mint is easy to control. Yeah, I think it's pretty easy to control too. However, I have killed it before in the past as well. So, I'm like the only one that can kill mint. I made a mistake of planting garlic chives in my herb garden. Yeah. That is one thing I have to say, that chives are really, really easy to control. When they get those flowers, you just cut them off. You cut them off so they don't go to seed. This year, I'm going to let them go to seed because they look very thin. And I want them to continue doing what they're doing. But yeah, if you just cut off those flowers and you don't let them go to seed, then you won't have that issue. And like about the last couple years, that's what I've been doing. And you can use those flowers for so many things. You can use them for like making vinegars, or for me in the past, I put them in water and I made a tea out of them and sprayed them on my plants for pest control.
I'm going to be eating plenty of chives now for a while because I love them in omelets. So I have my right outside my house. I got my spinach. I got my lettuce for my lunch. You know, I got I'm all set. I'm ready to go. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Just got to grow ham now.
Yeah.
Good to see you, Tofu.
Ordered my bacon. That's all.
Yeah, I imagine they really are good in a butter because I just love onions anyway, and they have a really good taste like onions. And yeah, I'm sure they would be really good in a butter for sure.
Did you grow the Egyptian onions from last fall?
Yes, and I actually did a video, but it didn't get really that many views. But I did a video recently. It said "Walk like an Egyptian."
Yeah. Okay.
And I planted more, and you can see that my walking onions actually did they reproduced from last year, and then I planted more, and now those have popped up as well. So I put those in my food forest though, and I'm kind of excited I hope they take over and do well there. Hey,
Yes.
Idaho.
Now you're supposed to plant them in like September, right?
You can.
Because I remember at a supply, because I was trying to get them to you one time, and they said, no, they don't supply them until like September or something.
Yeah, because they're a bulb and you can plant them and then they'll pop
It's
up
like
in the
onion.
spring. But I went ahead and planted them and they popped up anyway. So,
Boom.
Yeah.
Boom.
yeah. Butter or cream cheese. Have you seen that new thing now where people are making ice cream out of cream cheese? Not cream cheese, cottage cheese. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't like cottage cheese, but I saw them, like, they took the cottage cheese and they whipped it up really fine and they put it in the freezer and they added like vanilla and, you know, all this stuff to it, put it in the freezer. And it turned out
they put cottage cheese in cheesecake.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh,
My grandmother,
I
when
love
she used to
cheesecake.
make it from scratch, it takes cream cheese and cottage cheese and some other stuff.
Oh, that's interesting.
Remember.
I have been in a safe place days and I have been sleeping at night. Well, I am so happy for you, Tofu. That's all. That's wonderful.
I mean, I made a cream. I made a cheesecake, and then I topped it with sour cream.
Oh,
Just added sugar to the sour cream.
yeah. I bet you that made it really creamy. Like,
Oh,
really.
it was good. Everybody's all like, What is this? Is this whipped cream?" I go, "No, it's sour cream." What? No. Yep, sour cream. You just add a little sugar, makes it difference.
Yeah, I bet you that made it really, really good.
Hi, Susan. How you doing?
Hey, Susan. Thanks for being here. Thank you for being a member. I am looking for members, guys. So if you want to belong to a really cool community and be a poop trooper, it's only 99 cents a month. Cheesecake is traditionally ricotta cheese, but you can totally sub in cottage cheese. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that my grandmother had a recipe with that.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, Tofu, I'm just glad that you're good and that you're okay. And I haven't seen you in here in a while, so I figured you were just doing your own thing. But I'm glad you're here. You should own 2 different fertilizers, one with higher nitrogen, the 10-3-5, and the 3-8-10. This allows you to feed leaf, grow, root, and fruit. Oh, okay, thank you. I always put sour cream topping on cheesecake. Yes, that sounds good. I put sour cream in everything. I'll put it in my mashed potatoes. It makes it like creamier or something. I don't know. Maybe I just like sour cream.
My mom did that.
Well, it's just like I did the 2-ingredient pizza dough, where it's yogurt and Greek yogurt with flour, self-rising. Came out pretty good.
Yeah, it sounds good. By the way, Wickshire, I have 16 pounds of elderberries frozen in my freezer downstairs. So if you want some elderberry cheesecake, you know where I live. Come on up. My grandfather was a master baker at the St. Regis Hotel in New York City back in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. And one of the few memories I have is cheesecake lessons. Well, New York is just like, if you want a cheesecake, that is the place to get it. I know when I went there, especially, I've been to New York City like several times. Yeah, you want to get, there's several things you need to get when you get hot dog, cheesecake, and pretzel. You want to get all of that stuff in New York City. It's wonderful.
And don't forget to get mugged.
It wasn't okay. It wasn't bad when I went there. Actually, the one time I went, it was right after 9/11. I was went and it was really safe, and it was like family oriented. Like there was families on the street, where like MTV is and like all that area right there. Like there was just families everywhere. It was like midnight and people were walking the streets and like taking pictures, and it was really, really safe. And actually the last time I had been there, it was really, really safe. But I've never been to the New York City that you see like in the Eddie Murphy movies, or, where they're like people are screaming and being shot down the street. Like I've never been to New York City.
Well, there's still people that live there that says you don't want to go to any parks at nighttime.
Yeah, that's scary. Yeah, I went to Central Park at night, not because I had to. Like I had to go to meet I went on a bus tour or something, so I had to go because that's where the bus, was picking us up. But yeah.
I tell you what, living not far from there and picking up people that go to the city, and I have to drive Uber once in a while into the city. It was really safe there for 10 years. You could have went. It was like in the beginning of Trump and before that. It was so safe.
Yeah.
I would always go. No problem. Now, forget about it. It's a
really
going to Philly.
That bad now, huh?
Don't go to Philly. Philly is it's turning really fast.
Oh, well, Philly, I mean, come on. Back in the day, remember they threw snowballs at Santa.
That's horrible.
But Philly is not an area you want to go to anymore. Philly was really safe.
GGB, you have like an interesting life. Your parents, my grandparents, she said, lived in Greenwich Village in Manhattan in the 80s. It was the weird place. We totally took turns watching the window at the 9-inch TV, had 3 channels in the black and white. That is really cool. During the 80s, oh my God, can you imagine all the stuff that would have gone on in Greenwich Village in the 80s?
Oh my God. Yeah,
or even Chelsea? I would have been like, yeah, I would have been peeking out my windows too to see what was going on there in the 80s. That would have been kind of cool to see.
she's been all over the place with her husband in the military.
Yeah, that's really cool, though, to have lived in or seen those areas in those times. Indoor CSARs require an oscillating fan on low. You're mimicking wind condition, preventing moisture buildup in the mold. Yeah, you're also training your plants to be stronger. That's why a lot of greenhouses have those fans. They have the plants constantly moving because it makes them stronger. So when you put them outside, the first wind that comes along is not going to break them off. So
That's crazy, Diggs. Wow.
yeah, that is crazy.
Just
things.
plant a palm tree. They can withstand storms.
Oh, that's horrible, Diggs. That's horrible.
It's so sad. Yeah, there's definitely a place. I wouldn't want to drive my car in New York City. It's like, oh, come on. It's that bad.
There's no parking anyway, so I mean, it's like
I
as
picked
bad
up
as LA.
I picked up somebody from the UK this weekend, and they drove into New York, and they said they had no problem. It would look very safe. Everybody was happy. I go, good luck with that. I told them, make sure, be safe, go in the daytime,
Yeah,
A lot of people that worked in the city, they live in New Jersey now because they don't have to go to work. They don't have to live in New York City. So they sold their apartment for $1 million, $2 million, or whatever it was.
yeah,
And they just moved to New Jersey, and they just travel 2 times a week.
yeah.
It's insane.
As they say, if you want to go look at an apartment, you want to go at nighttime, not during the day. Because in the day it looks so beautiful, then at nighttime is when the crazies come out.
Yeah, I cannot believe that I went to New York City when I did. I was just young. I went on a Greyhound bus. Yeah. But it was still fun. I rode all the subways. Yeah, I had a wonderful time when I went. I didn't, however, my friend was very, very adamant about me not getting drunk. So I never got drunk in New York City ever. She was very adamant about that. She was afraid for my life. So
I remember the 70s LA.
Yeah,
That was a crazy place too.
I'm sure. Yeah.
And every time I see the Wickershire Project, I got to meet Billy one day.
I know.
Freaking
I
love
would like
that
to too.
guy. It's just like, it'd be like the best of times. It'd be like, so I love you, Billy. I think you're awesome, man.
We love you, Billy. You okay over there, Lewis?
Yes, I am.
He's all, I'm happy.
That's the reason why he's off screen right now.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool, Star. If you want to come up, you can, if you're able to. I know you had an internet issue in the past and whatnot. So whenever you're ready, you can always come up.
We don't bite, Star. I love what he grow out there because you can't grow what he's there. Because it's so hot.
Yeah, just like here. It was 106 today.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I said that heat up here.
Yeah, I don't.
And it's going to be in the 80s. It's going to be in the 80s the next couple of days. It's like crazy. It's like
Yeah. I
We've
wish
had
it was in the
hundreds.
80s here. I would have my garden planted already. And
Yeah, this last couple of days has been in the hundreds.
wow.
Yeah,
Now it's going to go back to the 80s for a couple of days, and hey, my air conditioning get a little break. Hey, I'll take it.
I'm afraid to get my
gotta wait
plants
about
outside. I'm afraid to get my plants outside because am I going to have enough time to harden them off? All that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'm really worried about that because the weather here has been really, really crappy.
Here, this is one.
Yeah, I know some places said that they got snow.
Yeah.
These are one section of hot peppers.
Nice.
it's like that up here in Canada.
Yeah, they were in Canada. They said they were snowing again or something.
Yeah, it's that time of the year. Well, maybe we'll be really lucky where I live in Ontario. We'll be
Yeah.
lucky to see more snow.
Hmm.
But at the same time, about a week ago, it was snowing during the day. It wasn't sticking around.
Yeah,
Maybe a little bit of it might stuck around on the grass or the trees, but it not for long.
Yeah.
I
It's
mean,
just that
this
time.
year they had a crazy weather here in California. I mean, they even LA had snow. They had snow in the beaches. They had snow in Hollywood Hills. It's like, what the heck?
Hmm.
It was crazy.
You live in Ontario? That's not too far from me, Marshmallow Man. I'm in
I'm
Northeast.
about 3 hours, depending on if you know where Toronto is.
Yeah.
I'm about 3 hours northwest of that.
Oh, okay. I'm like 4 hours away from Niagara Falls. Four hours south, actually.
Yeah, and I don't know how far Toronto is from the border, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been to Toronto multiple times. I love that city.
Yeah, that's the closest place I could say, like, then Toronto, Brampton, Mississauga, then Brampton, Caledon, going out that way
Yeah.
for me.
Since I'm retired, I weed daily and water when needed. I literally got my face against the soil and finger in the ground. My wife thinks I'm weird. I just want shit to grow. Okay, cool. Whatever floats your boat, dude. Are any of those Peter Peppers, Joe? Gear wants to know.
Let me see. Hold on. Let me see what I have. I have Peter Peppers growing somewhere. I have them yellow, red, and orange. But I don't know. You guys can look at these. Let me see where I start.
Oh. Yep, none of those are Peter Peppers.
Got Mad Balls, though.
That's cool.
So each one has, I don't know, just about 5 plants of each. I just, instead of 3. Because I double seed everything. So if there's 2 for there, I still have enough time to, de-root and just put them in the soil and see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
I have them all over the place. My whole room's full. My uncle asked me today, hey, how many tomato plants you have? I go, they're in a sunroom outside. Just grab whatever you want. I have no idea what's even out there.
Yeah.
It's insane. I wanted to go more hot peppers this year and see what I could do with saving seeds and making powders and stuff. And for tomatoes, next year I'll go back to tomatoes because I want to grow 500 varieties of tomatoes next year just to see what the difference is.
Yeah.
And it's good for like science research and a little bit of fun.
Yeah.
Juliana says, Jabba the Hutt. Where did you get that? I have no freaking clue. I have it in my notebook somewhere. I was actually trying to find that the other day. I couldn't find it. You know, I had my Garden State Gardener shirts, and I have no idea where they are either. Somebody asked me for them. I mean, everything's like so over the place in here. It's crazy. Yeah.
Star, it is possible to retire at age 19 here. You have to know what I know. Oh, okay, Wickershire. Cool. Yeah, I'm sure we don't cease to surprise you. That's for sure. I just have a lot going on, and this week we are going to be starting our second round of stuff. So I'm starting my squashes and all of that. So they're all ready to be put in the ground after the frost. Gosh, man, this frost stuff is killing me. We were supposed to have our last frost day on May 8th. That is like really close, but it seems like we've looked at the forecast and this next week, it's all supposed to be in the 30s. So it's like,
Oh, wow.
yeah, it's like not going away. We want it to go away.
Oh yeah, look at that. And so my Sunday, it's supposed to be next weekend will be 41 as a low. So if you grow your summer stuff and you're going to stunt your plant, because it has to be around at least above 48, 49 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
So why would you want to stunt your plant just to put them in early, right?
Right. Definitely don't want to do that. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen Star Homestead India, you need to check out his channel because he's growing stuff that you can't grow here, which is really cool.
What's he growing?
All different. I mean, it's all different kinds of stuff that I definitely can't grow in Northeast Ohio. I'm sure you probably could because you're in California, but
Yeah, probably. I mean, it gets 120 in the shade.
yeah.
And then he has his egg lineup too. So he has them all, signed out, whatever filled out. Star's channel is going to be, it's a really good channel. So
Yeah.
make sure you check out Star.
Oh, thank you, Gear. Oh, thank you, Tofu. Interesting.
I can't wait to see Farmer Lily, which is Juliana's daughter. Mom, you don't grow it like this. Grow it like this. I can see her like teaching her mom what to do, what to say, when she's growing her own veggies.
Yeah. Hey,
That's
Dennis, thanks for coming back. Appreciate you.
I'm just happy to have my son actually film me in the garden. That's a step.
That's good. I'm glad he's doing that.
You have no idea. That's funny.
She is not shy about her opinions.
And if you guys like dwarf tomatoes, Idaho Garden Girl grows so many dwarf varieties. A great channel to follow for dwarf tomatoes. Every time she wins on my site, that's what she picks as dwarf tomatoes. So it makes me want to go back to where I buy them. I'm like, I gotta go buy some more. She has them all.
Hey, Zombie. I just said tonight that your new channel is Down Home Living, so I went ahead and told everybody that you're a new member. In the middle of kiddo doesn't like a garden, but she loves growing her little ranch dressing container garden. Oh, that's kind of cool. There he is. He's back. Down Home Living. Yeah. I will come up in a few minutes. I'm moving all of my videos from my phone to my laptop. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm going to have to do that here soon. My husband got this thing for his trail cameras. It's like a little doppelganger thing that you plug into your phone. We call them doppelgangers. I don't really know what they're called. You plug it into your phone, and it has like a thing on the end, and it can fit a disc. So you can upload all your stuff from your phone into a disc. So I want to do that with like all my pictures and stuff so I can free up space on my phone, because twice I went to go and make a video and it said I didn't have any room on my phone. Now, mind you, I have 256 gig phone. So why don't I have any room on it? Like, it's crazy.
Videos take a lot of room.
Yeah, they must. So I would
Yeah,
like
they
to
do.
take some of
Yeah.
them off and save
But
them to
You should be able to. What kind of phone is it?
iPhone.
You should be able to. Oh, but do you have an iMac computer?
Yeah, I have a Mac.
You
Mhm.
should be able to just download them with a cable.
I thought about that. I don't know if I want them on my computer, slowing my computer down either.
Well, I mean,
So I have an extra.
yeah, an external drive.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
one.
you can do
It's a
that.
1 terabyte. Yeah,
Yeah, you can do that. Download them to that.
yeah, I might have to do that.
Yeah, that's what I do on mine. I just connect it to the laptop. But the iPhone, it doesn't want to do it with the laptop I have. So
Oh.
like it just unless you have an iMac, then it's much easier than boom everything.
Yeah, I have a desktop Mac, and I love
Yeah,
it.
so then should be able to just. And then you can always transfer them from your iMac to that drive.
Oh, okay. Well, then I might have to do that because.
You can always pick whatever you want on your computer. That way, if you need to, easier to edit in your computer. And then just after you edit in whatever you don't want, you can just throw it in the other one. That way, in case if you lose any videos anywhere, you have a copy of it at least.
Yeah.
Because you never know, YouTube, the things they do.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, your channel's gone and you don't know why.
Yeah, that'd be horrible. Well, thank you guys for coming in. I don't know what happened to Joe.
Maybe the internet, or he hit the wrong button.
Yeah, he could have hit the wrong button.
He's all like, oops.
Oh, yeah, I haven't saved any of my videos. That's probably bad, but I haven't, and I don't really care. If I did lose it all, then I would just be like, oh, I lost it all. But yeah, I wanted to start taking stuff off my phone because
Yeah, they can get fat, especially
it
with
was
video.
just bogging my phone down.
Yeah, it does. And if you're not sending it to the cloud, because then
Yeah, and then they want you to pay $5.99 a month or something so you can
Yeah.
have the cloud. No, I'm good.
it's like
I don't trust that cloud.
I know. I've seen the movie.
But do you know how many celebrities they stored their stuff in the cloud and then it got hacked?
Gets hacked. Yeah. Well, I mean, anything, if you're on the internet, anybody can hack your computer if you click on the wrong link.
Yeah.
I mean, even the best guys have been hacked, because they have other people, they're so rich, they don't have the time, so they have somebody else working on their stuff. And all of a sudden, oh, this guy wants to work with us to make money for their product. And it's a fake. Yeah.
I can't tell you how many text messages over the past couple of days I've gotten.
Oh, yeah. You won this. You won this.
Or your UPS package has been delivered and we want you
yeah. It's a FedEx package. They tried delivering it and it wasn't. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate when that happens
Here it is, Star.
No.
because I think I've smoked too much pot one day and I ordered something up and then I didn't.
So you confuse yourself?
And it's like, what do you mean?
I'll have to go, right? And I'm like,
weed's
no,
not
I
gonna be here. My weed's not
ordered
showing
that.
up today.
Wait, did I order that?
Yeah.
Your Amazon has been charged. Oh, really? Oh, I don't even have an Amazon.
I know they tried to tell that to my mom. My mom's like,
Yeah.
I don't have an Amazon.
Yeah, or like the guy that calls up, yes, this is it sounded well, they're usually from India. Sorry, star, but and they're like, you're having problems with your computer. I'm like, no, I don't have a computer. What do you mean you don't have a computer? No, I don't. And
Oh,
I
that
don't
made
have a
me check my Amazon real quick because I ordered a book and I'm
yeah,
like, it should be here by now. I
yeah.
ordered that book that Food Forest Permaculture is always talking about, the sunflower book,
And I
Sleeping
don't
with a
own a
Sunflower.
Dodge.
So
Yeah. And I
I
don't own a Dodge either.
so
I
it's
don't.
going to be out for delivery here soon. I hope.
Yeah.
So Moon, what are you growing? Are you able to grow where you're at? What are you doing?
Well, no, I don't really, because I mean, I live in a mobile home park.
Okay.
I mean, and really, I really don't have time to go outside and maybe when my son gets his house and we move in there, maybe I'll grow stuff. The only thing I have grown, I have grown pickles, the ones for pickling,
Hmm.
and those were pretty good. And I just put them in a old wine barrel that somebody brought us. We had 2 wine barrels, and they say, "Hey, you want these? You can use them as planters." So yeah, I used them because they had holes already in the bottom. They would drain. So, and then I did put some peppers that somebody gave me some seeds. They were from some Asian ones. They were very hot. They were like hotter than habaneros, and they were real tiny, and they would be like red. Once they were ripe, they were red, not green. And I planted them. The tree was growing; it was going to go, and then all of a sudden, that one year, they had that frost, and it just killed it.
Well, frost will kill all pepper plants. Any
Yeah,
kind of summer thing, tomatoes, peppers, eggplant.
yeah,
It's amazing how fast that happens.
yeah. My
2 years ago,
mother-in-law, she grew mangoes in her yard.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's 120 in the summer here. But I guess she always water them so much, the humidity helped them grow.
Interesting.
So people will say, you can't grow them in the desert. Oh yeah, really? Tell that to my mother-in-law.
So, are you going to have a garden? Does your place allow you to have a garden?
Or mine?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't really, the thing is, we also have, we don't have, it's not fenced in. So we get people's dogs and cats that,
Oh,
and they dig up the yard and they just leave a mess. I don't even have any pets, but yet it seems like I got cats and dogs in my yard.
oh.
So it's like, nah.
Hey, Sarah. Thank you for dropping in. Appreciate you.
well, to me, there's
mean,
nothing like putting a little fence around something, put a tomato plant, put something that's going to grow in abundance. I grow, if you see my lettuce video, my spinach video, I just put on a little table.
Yeah.
And boom,
Yeah.
and put it in the shade. You don't have, it's too hot to grow where you're at, but man, you could have it in the shade and still grow.
Yeah. There's really no shade here. They have palm trees. Yeah. Palm trees with pigeons in them.
That's weird.
That's awesome.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah, they make their nest in them, basically flying rats.
Oh gosh. You bet. No problem. Everyone else have a great evening. Be safe. Oh, you too. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. I try to go on a little bit earlier now on Sundays because it seems like more people can come at 10 versus 11. So
yeah, when you told me, I was on somebody else's panel at the time.
Oh, okay.
And then they finished right at the time you started. So yeah, he was on for 4 hours.
Oh, wow.
But I wasn't on there the whole time. I was at work, so when I got home, then I popped down on there for about an hour or so.
Yeah, that was a good video, Happy Gardner.
Oh, and Julianne, I'm hoping to have that person you mentioned above on sometime in the near future too. So that'd be pretty cool.
I put shade cloth on my archways last year, and it was amazing. Plants loved it. That's a really good idea. That's really cool, Juju. Juju B. Juju B.
Juby.
I don't know where Star is, if he's trying to come up or what. He said he needed the link. I don't know where he is. If you need a number 2, I'll be your wing woman if you need it.
My wing woman. Just like
Wing woman.
Courtney was great. You were great today.
I don't know the way that sounded like a number 2, poo, number 2.
I really liked Matt. I thought he was very interesting. I had a lot of questions, but I felt like I was being rude by interrupting him, so I fit in what I could fit in.
I didn't put anything. I was letting you guys just go. I'm like, okay, just let it go. Let it flow. I still have no idea how to stop him talking. No clue.
You should just raise your hand and go.
Well, when I spoke up, then he just smiled. It was like, okay, I can talk now.
Yeah, and there were a lot of people in the audience that didn't know what he was talking about either. I tried to get him to talk like so people could understand him a little bit more, because he was talking about the monomolecular, and I'm like, I don't think people know what that is.
Google it.
I don't think people know what the soil food web is.
Yeah.
That's where I was going to start. But we kind of went after the first question. It was on. It was like,
oh, see, Juju, we knew it. She knew it.
Hey, she just has Google. You just go, Series, what is this?
See, she knew what the soil web was too. Look at that.
Yeah.
There he is. There he is.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
How is everybody? Okay.
Good.
So,
hey, Star, long time no see.
hey, yeah, Moon, how are you?
Good.
Marshmallow Man, Garden Shit Gardener.
How's the chickens? How's the chickens?
I was just checking up on them actually. I thought this got connected and this did not actually. So I have this issue here. It says, see, I have uploaded a video. It says failed, could not save video information, metadata not saved. So I can't upload the videos anymore on YouTube. I tried all different videos. I have moved. I have cleared the memory and all. Just a headache.
Is this on Star?
No upgrade. There's no update on your YouTube, on your phone, and on the. Have you checked it?
I don't know. It says that I reached the limit. Is there a limit on YouTube back?
No.
Can post videos?
No, there isn't. I think there might be, because see, sometimes you get dumb errors like that when it either needs to be updated, the YouTube, or
app you
mean. You might have to restart. Have you restarted your phone lately?
Oh yeah, I did.
You already did all that?
Yes.
See, like on StreamYard, you're only allowed to do so many videos. They say you can save at one time before you have to delete them. But on YouTube, I've never seen anything.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, StreamYard, unless you have the paid version, then it's different. But if you have the free one, then there's like a limit of.
This is normal YouTube. Yeah. Normal.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Somebody suggested taking it off your phone, YouTube, and then putting it back on. Just make sure you know your passwords and everything. You know.
That's going to be hard. I don't remember where I have written those passwords. This long time.
Ask Google. Google will tell you the password.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh yeah.
But yeah, try uninstalling it and then reinstalling
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Because one time I tried to download a video from my phone to YouTube,
Huh.
and it was a short video, and it wouldn't load. It wouldn't load. So I had to restart my phone and do the same thing as they saying, remove it and then put it back on YouTube, the app,
Hmm.
and then it worked afterwards.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
But then sometimes it could just be YouTube. It has happened where YouTube, they're having issues, especially with a lot of the updates they're doing lately.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do have problems sometimes. There was a
Oh.
problem with the analytics not too long ago. I think it was this week.
Yeah, there
Everybody's
Yeah.
analytics were like way off.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and they just fixed that.
Yeah, they had to have been because there was something going on. That was
Yeah, they
goofy.
fixed it. Because that guy that I watch all the time that knows everything about YouTube going on, he goes,
Mhm.
yeah, he got an email saying, yeah, that there was an issue with the analytics, that numbers were way off, and that they found out that there was a glitch. They fixed it,
Oh, well, that's good.
but they're adding a
Wow.
bunch of new features for phone uses. Maybe that might affect your phone too.
Oh,
This is stupidity. I mean, I don't know. There are a lot of people who post videos, stupid videos, and memes and all. They get like 1 million views and likes, and here we are sweating in the garden and in the sun and doing stuff. But this
Videotape
one,
a fly, and you'll get millions of views.
a fly. Did you say a fly?
A fly,
Try
basically.
fish. Fish is better. You get a little more movement.
What? What are you saying?
I mean, I did one day. I did a short of
Ah.
the moon. I just videotaped the moon. It was a short, 15 seconds, and I just
Because
put
you are
on there moon over California. In less than one day, I had 4,000 views.
See, that doesn't make sense. I mean, why?
And it was funny
Your
because
video doesn't
comments,
have any-
somebody goes, "What's so amazing about the moon?" I go, "Well, I never said it was amazing. I just said it was the moon."
get this. Okay, so I thought my analytics were really off, but I guess it can't be because it says I have 11,423 views in the past 28 days.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
And then it said in the last 48 hours, I have 786
What?
views in the last 48 hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
That's
it all
the most-
AI or people involved in that?
I mean, my shorts get about 1,000 views or over, in
Yeah.
one day.
Hey,
I
Star,
think
I
it's
got
just
it.
like, you know,
Star, I got a
Yeah,
good
go ahead.
idea for you. As a headline, put as "Check out the shooting star," and just put your camera up there for 8 hours, and maybe you might get a shooting star. Maybe not. 8 hours of video, people will check it out.
people would be so mad at the end of 8 hours. Oh my goodness.
No,
Damn,
you
I
just
didn't say
go
it. You missed
you go-
it. You got to do it again.
put it on there. Say, check out this great looking star, and then just put a picture of yourself.
What the? Yeah, right.
Hey, your name is Star.
Yeah.
You know what? Uber in the last year, I think I've seen about 8 shooting stars.
Funny. Yeah, people are funny.
Fascinating. Never seen any
My
in my
biggest
whole time.
video was me sitting in the garden talking to a chicken.
Yeah.
Love it.
People, hey, birds. Well, you saw those videos. The videos I sent you, Corky.
Yeah,
Of the,
Yeah.
of
those
the
are
rooster in a tub. Another.
Hey, yeah, Moon. Whenever you post a video about your spider, I always think it's gonna come out and eat the bugs or worms that you feed. Yeah, always it's like a movie, you know, jump
Yeah.
and eat. Yeah.
Well, see, that's the thing. People believe what happens in movies. That's fake.
Yeah.
Spiders are afraid of you. They run away. They don't run at you.
Yeah.
I tell you,
You know, just
my
just
best
like
video I thought I was going to make was the Uber engagement, where I had the Wide Family Farm shout
yeah.
out at the end. I thought that was going to be my number one ever video.
Yeah, I still can't believe you got that guy to say Wide Family Farm.
I can't believe
After
you
his
remembered it.
engagement.
That was like really amazed, you know. That guy was like, he proposed to his girlfriend and all, and you took the video, and in the end he says White Family Farm. I was like, what the?
I know.
Yeah,
it was such an intense moment, and then he looks at the camera, he's like, Wide Family Farm. I'm like,
what the? I asked Corky, I mean, is this a new advertisement? I mean, did you make this happen? Or like, no, Garden State Garden, Joe did this, and it's like, oh
I
my
told
It
you
would have
before
been.
the
It would
trip.
have been.
I
It would
just
more
recommend
amazing
Wide
if it
Family
would have
Farm.
said, and next week, Stars Homestead.
Oh, man. I am still jumping between logos and banner and all, so I have to make something and sit on it, you know, because you know the logo that I have posted, uploaded, the one recently, was drawn by a guy who was doing a parody about Stan Lee and superheroes. And this is this guy's power is homesteading. So he grows stuff. He has a barn on his head, and oh my! You should see that logo. It's so funny.
Oh, you know what Billy said? He used to film hummingbirds on lives. So
Yeah.
Billy made a background, and you see the bird. Billy went falling one time, almost like fell and killed himself with the hummingbirds. But yeah, Billy, I seen that. Never forget that.
I'm so jealous of your hair, Star,
I'm
because
sorry.
it's so thick and curly. You're lucky.
Yeah, and always needs to comb, you know, because if not, I look like a hobo because it just
Yeah, I always have to comb mine.
yeah, funny.
Mine just turns grayer and grayer. You know what? Every time you would say, "Hey, hon," I told Julie, my wife, "Hey, you know, I should color my hair. I put it back to dirty blonde." She goes, "No, it looks good gray." I'm looking at him like, what looks so good about being gray?
That's the
Women
point.
always say it. Yeah, women want the guy gray and they can look good, and that's good.
Gray is good actually, you know, because Americans, we don't know whether it's gray or blonde, but when you look at you, look at these people's colors. They have so many colors in their hair, and we are just all black colors. So we kind of covered that, you know.
The only thing changes in me is my eyes turn blue and green.
Really?
So, yeah, a little. Yep. They kind of.
Well, they say there actually is no black hair. It's actually dark brown.
Mine is a dark brown. Can you see my eye? I can't see my own eye because I'm looking at the camera. Yeah. It's funny, the camera is way off, but I need to look at people and the people are in the screen. This is just, no, stuff has to be advanced. Yeah.
Yeah, when people go live, I want to see people straight on. I don't want to see people at an angle like this. You know how people are always at an angle?
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Like, stop being at an angle. I want to see her face straight on.
Right.
Yeah, I know this one lady. She watches the chat on the TV, so she's always like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like giving the
like-
side view.
She's looking at chat and she'll be talking to the chat, but the camera is here. And it's like, you know, one of those old movies where people don't look at the camera. They look like far away and they sing a song. It's like, what are you looking at? You know?
It's kind of like it's kind of like when you come out in a movie, like the movie that I was an extra in. They tell you, first thing they tell you, don't look at the camera. They say, don't look at the camera. Just, you know, look somewhere else. Because they don't want you going like.
Yeah, you're supposed to be an extra walking down the street or something. They don't want you to be like.
Yeah, it's like. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. That clip will never get in the movie.
It's gonna be on one of those bloopers or hidden videos or missed videos or something.
Where you were at, they clipped it and they said we don't need that part.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Oh,
You know.
thank you for coming up, but you're not going to be in the movie. We decided to just cut that out.
Yeah.
What are these people talking about? 83 chats in the side chat, 83 messages. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we have 17 people in here, so thank you guys so much. And at one point we had 20, so doing pretty good for my channel. I appreciate it.
Yeah. I was there in the morning in the chat of Garden State Garden. I saw you and I saw you both. And there were other two people who were talking about Yan. And
Yeah, yarn. Yep.
yeah,
I try
that's
to.
it. And my phone died. I mean, it says done. No more YouTube for you. Something like that.
Mm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And I've been
Or
fighting with
maybe
it.
it's India YouTube that is done.
Yeah, might be. I don't know what these guys are doing.
Now, Star, you're in a little bit into the yarning community. I noticed that a little bit. Who do you?
Oh yeah, actually, yeah, people love me there. I don't know why. I don't do yarning. I just talk to them and they explain about yarn. I was like, I asked a few questions like,
I'll be right
Can
back,
you-
guys. I'm going to check on Fred.
Mhm.
okay, it's like because I never seen people wearing crochet dresses here in India. So I was telling that to them like we don't wear crochet dresses. I don't know where to get crochet dresses. And I go out and I see a woman wearing a poncho, crocheted poncho. I was like, what the hell? You know, I was just talking to the people in the States and I see an Indian woman wearing a poncho. Hey, something is wrong here. I was like, okay, I'm going to wait for that auntie to come back so they can ask her. She never came back. Yeah, they just,
She
I won't
ordered
actually
it online.
crochet.
She ordered it online.
Yeah, the thing is, I searched on Amazon and it's all crap. They're selling yarn. It's like do it yourself.
Yeah, or you do
fine,
it
I'm gonna
yourself.
take a
Yeah.
yarn and
My
magically come back.
grandmother used to do a lot of crocheting.
Yeah, I mean,
She
oh
she
wow.
would buy the new thing. There was this new tool. All you do is push pull, push pull, push pull. You didn't even need to. Anybody could crochet with that. And
Oh,
my
okay.
grandmother goes, okay, look, this is the new one, and I tried it. Yeah, you just push pull, push pull, push pull. You know,
So you don't need to like do this with your
yeah, you
hands
don't
like
have to do all
continuously,
this. You
right?
just push pull, and then and then supposedly even this after it's done, you could even cut it with scissors and it wouldn't unravel. So it was,
That is awesome actually. And you know what?
it was back in the
In my
70s.
church, they're talking about crocheting as a form of getting over addictions,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
alcohol addictions or drug addictions. I was like, what? You know, then I told them about this, like my church is teaching about crocheting, that you can get out of the addiction and all.
yeah,
And and that's it. From there we started talking about stuff and I learned, this is a skill been handed down from many years. I mean, come on, we're not going to have
yeah.
sewing machines back then. People crocheted and they had dresses made
Yeah,
by
my
hand.
grandmother used to make us beanies. She used to make us those little like shoes so you can walk around in the house. We used to slide on the floors with those things that you were.
Oh, you
all-
really slide, yeah.
Yes.
Star, if you make hats, this thing is really
Yeah.
cool. So
Yeah,
easy.
see those?
Yeah. I've always wanted one of those, but I don't know. I'm afraid I'm going to mess it up.
There was a channel, the one that I visit. She's in Australia. Her name is Fluff and Stuff,
I
and
think I
she
heard that.
yeah,
I
and
heard
she was crocheting. She had her and some other lady were showing people how to, how to crochet, and they were doing a basket.
Oh,
You know,
that's cool.
yeah. So she was showing them, so many this and this, because and it was just with one hook, because there's the ones with two needles,
Yeah.
and there's the one with the one hook, and you just pull it through, and you go 1, 2, 3, however many, and then it would make, it's a step. It's just a repetition of how many times you go in and out,
Yep, that's exactly
to the
what it
loop.
is.
But yeah, it's there's all kinds of stuff like that. My mom, she used to do the cross stitch,
Mhm.
where the
Cross
needle and thread,
Yeah.
and she would make like those for the tables, those little things for the different like for the kitchen table or for the other small tables.
That's cool, actually. That's a
VCRs.
skill. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, CR.
Hello, Caesar.
Yeah, my grandmother was into all that stuff. She even bought a machine she never used, which was one of those sewing machines that you put all these threads on, and she never used it. But yeah, she was into all that
You
stuff.
see her.
So
I hear
Lewis,
your roosters. I
Lewis,
hear your rooster start. Sorry.
Lewis,
What?
what's going on in your channel? I see you were
You hear
growing
my
ginger from store bought ginger, and
what's that?
potatoes.
Yeah,
That's for Lewis.
yeah,
And
yeah.
how's everything growing for you over there?
Everything's starting to come green outside. So 3 more weeks before it goes in, I can put anything in the gardens other than my
Gotcha.
potatoes.
Mhm.
And my greenhouse is like a jungle right now.
Nice.
Looking forward to it. What team are you on in that challenge, by the way?
Homestead Aquarius is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I seen you post over there, so I'm following you. I try to follow everybody.
Hey, Green Granny. Good evening. Thank you for coming in, honey.
I'm on Will It Grow channel video. What's that team?
Oh, okay. So Moon, what
And
else
will
you
it
doing?
grow?
Moon. So
But
what do you
will it grow?
what do you do every day? What's your normal like? I've been trying to learn more about you, but what do you like to do?
Me?
Moon.
Me? Well, I do. I mean, I'm still working. I have a full time job. I'm a security guard officer.
Oh, okay.
You know, and basically, either if I'm not working, I'm taking care of my wife. You know, so other than that, but I'm going to be kind of retiring, half retirement here in September. We're going to be working only 3 days instead of 5. But I just basically on my channel, I just do videos of whatever you can see in the California desert.
Right.
Different things. Things that grow, insects, anything, wildlife. You know, it's
Tell them
just for
about your
fun.
cat.
Whatever. Stray cats, coyotes, jackrabbits, turkey buzzards, tarantulas, jumping spiders, ladybugs. Different
And also pet stores. Visiting
pet
pet stores.
stores. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Show people what they have in pet stores.
Yeah.
Everything is ew, ick, and all is there in the pet store in America.
I think the one thing why I subscribed to Moon was because of the spider. I was like, oh, jumping
Yeah.
spider.
And you know that they're getting more and more popular everywhere. The jumping spiders,
Yeah.
even in the UK, everybody over there is always into tarantulas and other arachnids. Jumping spiders, they were like, eh. Now they're getting so popular. Now everybody's selling them. Because they're so cute. There's so many different colored ones, red ones.
Yeah.
Different. There's some that look like peacocks.
Yeah, I saw that.
Colors. I mean, they're
Yeah,
amazing, and they're very intelligent. They think they because they hunt with their eyes. They're not like a normal spider,
Yeah.
where it's a vibration from a web. They stalk their prey, and they don't care how big the prey is. They'll go after a bigger prey than them, and they'll
Wow.
take it down. I mean, I mean, the one I have, the one I used to have, which lived for about 10 months, because they don't live that long either. They live maybe 2 years at the most, depending. And that one, I mean, mealworms, you know how big they are. Well, and then it's like 3 times the size of it, and it took it down, and it was on it for about 5 hours, and it was like wrestling it, like a bronco, you know. Yeah, but it was it took it down and had the meal, you know. So they're not they're very cute, There's some, I mean, these are from the wild, or when they come into my house, I capture them and keep them as pets.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
For those that don't know, and if you're new to the chat, King Poobah is my husband, and he just said, I'm looking for someone with a pattern to crochet a tactical banana hammock. Really hard to find it.
I'm gonna have some breakfast and be right back. Okay, 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, there's channels that show you crocheting.
Gotta get the man.
He doesn't want me to crochet it because I really suck. I really suck at crocheting. So if I crocheted a tactical banana hammock, you put one thing tactical in that thing, and it would not work for you.
But it's very time consuming.
Did you mean? She said, King Poobah, I'm very hands-on with my needlework. Make it hashtag make it weird. I love it. Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Did you guys ever see this crochet shorts for a guy?
Yes.
Oh
Or the
my
pants
God.
even. Oh, it's horrible.
I'll be right back.
Those things are the freaking funniest thing I've ever freaking seen. I do things for deers. I would rather wear a banana thing than wear one of those freaking things. Holy cow.
Yeah, Dig, didn't you come to that live? We did a whole thing about the tactical banana hammock. It was the tactical Speedo. And I had preppers coming in here from God knows where. It was really funny because I hashtagged that live, like prepping, blah, blah, blah. I had preppers coming in here like, what's a tactical Speedo? It was funny.
Really.
It was so funny.
Okay, Courtney, I'm going to jump on down. I got a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah,
before
I
go to
understand.
bed. So, and thank you for today. I appreciate
Well,
it.
thank you. Thank you for coming up on panel. I appreciate it. So,
Take care, Moon. Take care, everybody in the chat.
See you later, Joe.
Take care.
Bye, Joe.
I'll see you during the week.
and that was Joe, Garden State Gardener. So, if you guys aren't subscribed, which I think half the people in here are,
Yeah.
subscribe, Garden State Gardener.
Yeah, YouTube's been messed up for a bit. I mean, even notifications, they're not even, I mean, I hit the notify me when this is going to start, and they don't even notify you.
Yeah, they're not doing a really good job with the members only thing either.
Oh yeah,
A lot of people are saying that they're putting out videos and the members don't even know that there's a video out. So
yeah, I had I got a notification just an hour ago about a live that was this at 11 a.m. this morning.
yeah, that's not good.
I'm like, thank you, YouTube. Luckily, I already saw it.
Yeah, I think I'm going to end the chat too, guys. I hate to do that because I don't know where Star went.
I think he said he had to talk to somebody.
Oh,
I think that's what he said.
I'm going to go ahead and end it because I've already been on for almost 2 hours. So I want to thank you guys for coming in, supporting my channel. Thank you so much. Don't forget, you can be a member, 99 cents a month. Yeah, it's pretty late now. So you guys have a wonderful night, and thank you for being here. And I'm sorry,
Star
Star.
goes, what happened? What happened?
I was like, I heard, and I was like, yeah, I was having breakfast.
Oh,
Yeah.
but thank you guys for being here, and we'll see you next time.
All
Bye,
right.
everybody.